Zodiac 85X presents Team
Hello everyone, and welcome to Yandere Simulator, Episode 5. We've really come a long way, everyone, and I have to thank each and every one of you for being so supportive. And, you know, finally being on Episode 5, like, I am really happy about this. You guys don't even know. But one thing I would like to do before we start is make a public apology. I am sorry to everyone, because there are certain things that people want in a game, or maybe certain things that they have a problem with, you know, and it's very, very few, but just know that I can't fulfill the needs of everyone. I try my best, because one person doesn't like something, the larger group love it, you know, because there's going to be a lot of people that might have certain complaints, or maybe the way I do things. But just notice that I'm the one making the video, and if I base it on how people want me to make the video, it's not going to be me anymore. I can't be myself anymore, because when I make videos, it's me genuinely being me. And so I'm more focused towards the larger audience, on what the people want in the larger audience, rather than the minority people that are like one person that might have an issue with how I do things. Just know that if I were to remove every aspect out of my video, let's just say that somebody complained, would be like the story of the vegetable soup. You guys remember, I believe, there was a story on vegetable soup or something like that, where everyone gathered vegetables that they liked. They were all going to put it in the soup. One person had a problem with something, so the person said, okay, then I won't put that in the stew. Another person had a problem with a certain vegetable they didn't like, and that didn't go in. So on and so on, until there was nothing but water in the pot. And that's because there was one thing they didn't like. So when everything was taken out, all you had was a pot of water. But anyways, that's just what I wanted to share. And there's going to be people that love what I do, and people that don't, you know. So I am sorry to everyone. I'm doing my best, and I do apologize. I'm trying to make everyone happy, but that's not going to happen if certain people have little tiny issues with certain things that might destroy their experience. You know what? I'm sorry. That's all I could say is I am sorry. Because there's really nothing I can do with the way I do things, because that's what makes me happy, is the way I do videos. And I'm not angry at anyone or anything. I actually am very happy with the community. I love the community. And I don't want to make this like a sad story, so let's just kind of get into it, you know? And thank you guys so much again for all the support. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get things going. We're going to start. Let's get rid of that one, because we got a new file now. So, okay. Yeah, there we go. What gender is your ideal lover? Oh, it won't let you still do this, will it? No. Okay. What is this? This is the original. Wow, he's starting to go ghostly. Let's give him a little bit of a tan. There, we'll keep it on the regular, because it's got a slight tan to it, which is cool. Hairstyle. What are we gonna do with Senpai? Are we gonna keep him original, or... let's see. Yeah, let's just keep that. Hair color. What are we gonna do this time? Oh, nice. That's a very nice blue. Eye color. Oh, jeez. It's excellent. facial hair. Nah, he's got to keep the baby face going on because you know the anime style, like because you know the anime style is. But got it. They because they're still in school, and he, unless he was a hardcore bully or whatever, he would have facial hair. He would be looking like this or something, you know. If he was the bigger the beard, the more of a bully. That we call that bully facial hair, but it's no, he's got to have the clean look. It's high school, so they still got the baby face because they're still in high school. So, I mean, they're older, and I read something. Iona-chan was actually scripted to be 18, so that's good to know. You know, it's written on the website of Yandere Dev. You guys can look it up. She's 18 in the game, and the reason why she can't buy cigarettes and alcohol is because the minimum age limit being 20, as the dev said and mentioned. I think that might be in different parts of Japan, so depending on what part of Japan they're in, I guess. But you know, let's leave this at this. And okay. We will make him cool though. Okay, we will still give him the older look, but we'll keep the baby face kind of thing, like so he'll be more mature looking, maybe something like this. But well, let me see. I don't mind. I don't think we ever gave him a trench coat before though. Wow. Yeah, I kind of like that one a bit more for the female uniforms. It's got the nice red lining for the clothes. It makes it look a little bit more nice and there, a little bit more nice, I guess. Let's go ahead and proceed. I'm gonna talk to the story. No, I'm just kidding.
Something is wrong with me. For as long as I can remember, I've always felt empty, incomplete. Like a part of me is missing. This hollow feeling has dominated my life. I've never been able to feel anything else. My world has always been cold, dark, silent. My mother was exactly like me when she was a child. But when she met my father, everything changed for her. He brought warmth and color and life into her world. He made her complete. She told me that one day I'd meet someone special, just like she did. Someone who would cure me, fix me, save me. I've spent my entire life waiting for that day, dreaming of the moment when I'd meet the person who would complete me. It was the only thing for me to look forward to. It was my only reason to live. And then, one day, I found him. When I met him, something changed inside of me. My world was filled with color and light. It was like I had opened my eyes for the first time. I felt warm. I felt complete. I felt alive. He is my escape from the cold, gray, empty world I've been trapped in. He is the one I've been waiting for. The person I want to spend the rest of my life with. But someone is trying to take him from me. She wants him, but not in the same way that I want him. She could never appreciate him the way I do. She doesn't deserve him. He belongs to me. I have to stop her, even if it means hurting her, even if it means killing her. There is nothing I won't do for him. I won't let anyone come between us. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care who I have to hurt. I don't care whose blood I have to spill. I won't let anyone take him from me. Nothing else matters. No one else matters. He will be mine. He doesn't have a choice.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Once again, even though I've seen it a million times, it's still an epic opening. So here we go.
Do I know you?
I saw you stalking an upperclassman today.
Do you have a problem with that?
No. I wanted to give you some information about the girl he was with. Her name is Osana Najimi. She has a crush on him. She believes in the myth about the cherry tree behind the school.
The myth that if you confess your love to someone underneath that tree on a Friday, they are guaranteed to accept your confession?
Correct. She's planning to confess to him next Friday.
Why are you telling me this?
I would be happy if something bad happened to Osana-chan.
Wow. Well, we know she's nuts.
I think you might be the right person to give her what she deserves.
Who are you?
I'm the person nicknamed Info-chan at school.
I've heard rumors about you. You blackmail girls and sell panty shots to boys. Nobody knows your real name.
The rumors are true. If you ever need a favor, text me a panty shot and I'll give you whatever support I can. If you want to know personal information about anyone at our school, just send me a photograph of their face and I'll tell you everything I know about them.
You're disgusting.
You're a stalker.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
If you want my help, text me. If you don't care, ignore me. You have 1 week until your precious senpai belongs to Osana-chan. I hope you make her suffer.
Okay. As you go to, guys know, there's the message if you guys want to read it real quick. And supposedly, well, I don't know if he has any changes on the price or what, but the game is supposed to be $5 when the second rival has been finished. I guess it's the second rival, but that's going to be pretty cheap. And and when the game actually is all complete, you know, it could be maybe 10, 15, or even 20, depending if he gets his Kickstarter support. It could be 15 to 20 if he manages to get every little thing done that he wants in the game using Kickstarter. Then it could be 15 to 20. But right when when you get both rivals, as soon as the second rival is complete, that's when the game will be $5. I don't know if he's going to change If he's going to change that or if he's going to keep it that way, that's up to him. I'm pretty sure he checks that and makes sure it's updated on a regular basis. So, but yeah, remember to support the developer, Yandere Dev, and you know, he's an excellent guy. So please remember to support him. He's been working on this game for many years because he loves working on it. So here we go. You know, but if you guys didn't get a chance to read that because of me talking, just pause it and go back so you guys can read all that. But yeah, it's not complete yet. The game is not complete, but play it for what it is. You know, a simulator. So, what are we going to do in this episode, you say? Well, let's go get some of the tapes. Let's go to the figure. What I'll do is collect the tapes. Got one right here. Got one right here. Let's go up. I'll let you guys listen to the tapes. I had to do something on that. Even though I've done that on a stream before, it took forever to get all the tapes on there. So I'm going to get them real quick. I know there's probably going to be spots somewhere. I know that there's one on the school rooftop, some in the principal's office, some around the school. I've got the ones in the basement. So let's go ahead and try to find them as fast as we can. I don't think there's one here. No. We're going to be as fast as possible. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys hear the tapes this time. You know, I'm sure some of you guys don't want to go through a long stream to try to find out which part I'm playing tapes on, when you guys probably want it all in one go. So I figured, yeah, let's just do a chill video. Just do a nice chill video and put the tapes in. Just listen to the tapes. Trying to look for any of them that I can find, but they're just in the corners, I believe. So there's nothing in there. Yeah. It's going to be in this corner, I believe. So let's go ahead and get the tapes. Figured, yeah, we could just have a good time, you know. Let you guys listen to bits and pieces of the tapes, which kind of make up a story, you know. I like how someone said, there's a tape by the sakura tree. No, it's on the corners around it, but I've looked up there. So, here we go. But I want to show you just in case, because I don't know why they said that. I just want to show you guys real quick. There's nothing around there, but I want to go ahead and show you guys anyways. So, just so you guys know. See? I'm even hitting the nooks and crannies up here. There's no tape. But, because someone said before there was, but there's not. I just want to show you guys in the full detail. If you look, there's no actual tape there. Well, there you go. Now you guys don't have to worry. You guys could just take my advice by looking on my screen and, like, yeah. It's just don't. If they tell you if it's around the soccer tree, there's corners you know, on the far sides of the same area, but it's not at the Sakura tree. Now these tapes are going to be at each corner, and just until I get to back to the front of the school. I don't think there's anything over here. I just think it's just on the outermost corners, but we'll find out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all there is. So let's go ahead and that's nice. So we got some tapes. Yay. It's gonna be story time for everyone, so you know, get some hot cocoa. And there's nothing over here. Okay, that's everything. Everyone's gonna be going to class soon. But what I need to do, I want to grab the one on the rooftop. We need the one in the principal's office too. There's one that's going to be around here, so hold on. Let me keep walking. It's going to be in... Here it is. That's the tape. I don't think there's any more, but I think that there's only one up on the roof, but I'll double check for you guys so you guys can know for yourself if there's any tapes. I just don't want to say something and be like, oh yeah, there was a, yeah, no, there's nothing. But they would be on another, what do you call it? Okay, well, we're gonna head down after we circle this part. Okay. Yeah, that was the only tape, so. They only put one tape up there. We're going to need to get into the principal's office. We can only do that at lunchtime, so if you guys want to listen to the tapes, if you want to get the ones from the principal's office, you guys need to head to his place around lunchtime. Wait, I remember there was something. Oh no, I missed one. Oh, crud. Okay, I'll get that at lunch. There's some outside over here too. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're gonna go in class and we're gonna grab the ones out there. Don't matter. Physical's the best anyways. But we need to get into the principal's office real quick. The headmaster's office. He's going to lunch, so he's not going to be in his room. I believe he's on the 3rd floor. If I can remember correctly, he's on the 3rd floor. It should be on this one. So, we're going to continue. Here it is. Just gonna like grab stuff for like no reason. There was a lot of tapes in there, you know. Oh, booze. What's this? Set a bug. Let's go ahead and set him a bug. Yep, we set him a bug. So now we're gonna go outside and gather the last two, then we're gonna listen to them. Well, the last ones that are outside. Sorry, not last two. However many. There might be a few. I don't know. Hold on. We need to go down there. And then we're going to go to the computers. Where the computers are and listen to them. So let me go get them real quick. There should be... There's one. Two. Oh, what do you know? I found the third one. Okay, let's keep going. I've gathered them all before, but there's a fourth one. So there are 4 tapes. I believe that is it. Because there's only 4 corners, so just double check something. Okay. We got all 4 tapes outside. And yeah. Hopefully I got them all. But I'll check. I know we're going to be missing some because there's not more tapes implemented yet. So we don't have, basically, we don't have all the tapes yet. We're still waiting for the dev to bring out the rest of the tapes. So okay. Yes, we are. It's going to be on the next one. This is the audiovisual room. The audiovisual room. And this is the, what is this, computer lab? Yes, it's in the computer lab. So, where's mystery tape 1? I'm missing one, guys. Headmaster tape. Okay, so is that not there yet, or I might be missing? Let me hold on. Let's check real quick. We're gonna find out where the mystery tape is. Okay, everyone. It looks like I found the last mystery tape. It's over here. Just so you guys know, I must have misread something because it said on the hill. And it's not up there, it was over here. So it's behind. But I must have misread something. But yeah, it's behind the confession tree on the ground, not on the hill. So there it is. Let's go ahead and get back and play the tapes, shall we? Okay, we have all the tapes now. So pause this real quick, bust out your best cup of hot cocoa or tea, and come back, because we're gonna have a little bit of story time here. We're gonna listen to all the tapes. Okay, here we go. First, we're going to start with the basement tape. We'll do tape 1 and then tape 10.
What is this? Am I tied to a chair?
That's right, darling. That's the very same chair that my mother built for my father while she was keeping him here. And now you get to sit there too. Isn't that romantic?
Aren't you that girl's been on the TV lately? What was it? Aishi-san?
Oh, you don't need to be so formal, darling. You can use my first name, you know.
Oh, God. It's not true, is it? All those things the journalist said?
I said, use my first name, darling.
I'm sorry. I don't know you well enough to...
Say my name.
Ryoba! Ryoba! What?
Oh, darling. I've been waiting so long to hear you say that. I'm so glad that I caught it on tape.
What do you want from me? Am I your next victim?
Victim? Of course not, darling. You're the one I was protecting this whole time.
Protecting? You mean all those girls at school?
That's right, darling. They were threatening our love. I had to get rid of them all.
Love? But we've never even spoken to to each other before.
I know, darling. It's so exciting to talk to you for the first time. I can't wait to have all of our firsts. Our first date, our first meal together, our first kiss, our first...
Ryoba-chan, if you love someone, you shouldn't kidnap them and tie them to a chair.
Well, how else am I supposed to make sure that you don't try to run away, darling?
Please. Please. Let me go. I promise I won't tell the police.
Sorry, darling. You're not allowed out of that chair until I'm 100% sure that you'll never try to leave me. From this day forward, I'm never going to let you out of my sight. We'll be together forever.
Forever?
That's right. Oh, looks like it's time to change the tape. One moment, darling.
Wow. Woo! She's nuts. She's completely nuts. Okay, next tape. This is exciting, isn't it? Here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Did I scare you?
I didn't hear you come in.
After all these years, you still can't tell when I'm standing behind you? I thought you would have been able to tell by now, darling.
Well, you do make a career at not being seen.
What were you doing down here, darling? Oh, are those our old tapes? The ones we made back in the 80s? Did you get a bit nostalgic for the good old days?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
You know, I had a nostalgic moment today too, darling. I saw someone who I hadn't seen in decades. And by that, I mean this is the first time he's seen me in decades.
Who are you talking about?
Oh my! Are you jealous, darling? Are you worried that someone is going to steal your beloved wife away?
That's actually the last thing I worry about.
Oh, darling, that's so romantic.
Right. So who did you see today?
I'll tell you all about it on the way to the airport, darling.
Wait! Airport?
That's right, darling. Pack your bags. We're going to America.
We can't do that! What about our jobs?
Don't worry, darling. I've already called the boss and informed him that we need to take a little trip. He was very understanding.
How long will we be gone for?
I'm not sure, darling. It all depends on how fast I track him down.
What about our daughter? Tomorrow is the first day of high school.
If our daughter is anything like her mother, she'll have absolutely no problems whatsoever taking care of herself. Oh, I hope she meets someone special. It would be so nice if she's gotten a boyfriend by the time we get back.
I hope not.
What was that, darling?
Nothing, sweetie.
Enough dawdling, darling. We have to get going.
Shouldn't I pick up the tapes? They're scattered everywhere.
Don't bother, darling.
What if our daughter finds them?
You know, there's a part of me that hopes she does.
Huh? It's on. Must have hit record.
Wow. So basically the story's saying that if you hold someone captive long enough, they'll be yours. Like, they'll eventually just give in. I think that's a little bit messed up, but you guys know it's fun listening to these things, though. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. She said it was very understanding. You know, when they were able to go on their trip. And I think it's because stuff happened, you know, that she did stuff with them, basically. So she cheated on him. And I think that's why she wants to go to America, so she can cheat on him some more. So that's just what I think, though. Anyways, the whole thing is just messed. I wonder if you guys probably want to hear the Headmaster tapes first, or probably the Headmaster tapes, and then we'll go to the mysterious tapes. Here we go.
Let's see. Where to start? Well, I guess I'll start at the beginning. My name is Kocho Shiona, and I've just been chosen to be the headmaster of Academy High School. To be honest, I'm not sure if I really believe this is happening. I keep pinching myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. I mean, the entire nation has been talking about this school for months. The idea of an elite high school that only opens its doors to the most intelligent students in Japan? A place for the most promising men and women of today to be transformed into the leaders of tomorrow. A school built for the sole purpose of being the most prestigious learning institute in the country. It's an ambitious undertaking, to say the least. But the thing that shocks everyone the most is that the school is being bankrolled by Psycho Corp. Who would have expected an electronics company to found a school? At first, I thought it was some kind of long-term business plan. Maybe they wanted to build a place to gather the best and brightest students of Japan and train them to be their next generation of employees. But it turns out that I was wrong. Really wrong. And I got to hear the truth straight from Mr. Psycho himself. That's right. I just met the Psycho in person. I'm still shaking. It was like getting to meet Leonardo da Vinci or Thomas Edison. I've lost count of how many things he's invented or improved. I don't think there's a single product in my home that doesn't have the Psycho logo on it. A man whose ideas and inventions changed the world. People like that are only born once a century. Anyway, the reason he built this school, it blew my mind. It's not something he's ever mentioned in public, but he didn't tell me to keep it a secret either. So, here it is. It's his daughter. It's all for his daughter. He cherishes her more than life itself, even more than his multi-billion-dollar corporate empire. He wants to make her dreams come true. So he's building a high school customized to suit her exact tastes. The name of the school, the location, where it's being constructed, even the exact layout of the building. Everything was chosen by his daughter. His mission is to make sure that the best years of her life happen at Academy High. She gets to decide who's allowed to enroll, she gets to decide the school's policies, and I'm pretty sure she gets to be the student council president starting from day one. No questions asked. So, not only will this school be a collection of Japan's most highly qualified teachers and most brilliant students, but it's also a giant, shining monument to a father's love for his daughter. It almost brings a tear to my eye. And I'm going to be the headmaster. I'm still surprised I actually had the courage to send in my application. I guess it's because the qualifications they were looking for seemed surprisingly low compared to the qualifications for every other position at the school. In fact, Mr. Psycho told me I was perfect for the job after just asking me a few questions. There's a part of me that wonders if his daughter just wants the school's headmaster to have a certain appearance or a certain name or voice or something. I'm not really sure if I got the job because I qualify for it or because I meet some invisible criteria that I'm not aware of. I guess Mr. Psycho could tell I was nervous because he gave me a gift. This portable tape recorder. One of his inventions. He told me that it's therapeutic to record an audio journal when you're feeling overwhelmed. That's the whole reason I'm recording this right now. And I gotta say, it actually worked. I feel much better now. You know, this is kind of fun. It might turn into a habit. I can't stop thinking about the last thing he said before he left. He called me Headmaster Shuyona. Be a while before I get used to hearing that.
So, wow. The ride's about to get bumpy, people. Let's listen to Headmaster Take 2.
Huh? Oh, wow. I didn't realize how much dust was on this thing. Well, I suppose I should consider myself lucky. If I never use this thing, it means everything has been going so smoothly that I just never feel the need to vent. But something happened today that really threw me off. I wouldn't feel right talking about it with any of my colleagues, but I need to get it off my chest. So maybe recording my thoughts will help. Today, I visited Psycho headquarters for a routine meeting with Mr. Psycho, just as I've done dozens of times over the past few years. But today was different. He was angry, foul-mouthed, and short-tempered. I'd never seen him like that before. He didn't reprimand me for anything, and we simply discussed the usual topics, but the entire time he seemed like he was on the verge of exploding. I was confused and worried, and frankly, scared. His secretary must have seen how shaken I was, because after the meeting, she took a moment to assure me that I hadn't done anything wrong, and that Mr. Psycho was angry about a personal matter. On most days, I would never dream of gossiping about the man who signs my paychecks, but my curiosity got the better of me, and I asked her for details. She didn't know all the specifics, but she knew enough to give me a basic summary. Earlier that day, Mr. Psycho had a furious argument with his daughter, who graduated recently. Apparently, she doesn't want to inherit the company, and she's decided to leave Japan to travel the world. This is absolutely unacceptable to her father, because he's invested a lot of resources into giving her the training necessary to take over his empire when he retires. He had absolute faith that his daughter would inherit his company when the time came, and her decision had invalidated all of his plans, along with many years of effort, not to mention an incalculable amount of money. After a long, heated discussion, well, more like a shouting contest from the sound of it, Mr. Psycho threatened to disown his daughter, and she had absolutely no problem with that. He told her, "If you walk out that door, you're no longer a part of this family." And moments later, she left his office without a word. Mr. Psycho is a man who refuses to compromise and only accepts the results he wants. I'm 100% certain that from this day forward, his daughter is dead to him. The secretary told me a little more about the way Mr. Psycho raised his daughter. Starting from early childhood, she was given training to prepare her for the responsibilities that come with operating a company. Training that became more advanced and intense with each passing year. Mr. Psycho also has a son, but he didn't put his son through the same sort of training as his daughter. Instead, he granted his son a perfectly normal childhood, perhaps out of guilt for what he did to his daughter. But now he's making preparations to rapidly change the direction of his son's life, so the boy will acquire the traits and skills that his sister spent her entire life developing. The strangest part is the exact reason why Mr. Psycho's daughter wants to travel the world. One phrase the secretary kept hearing was, "my sister." Apparently, Mr. Psycho's daughter is absolutely convinced that she has a sister somewhere in the world, and that she needs to find her. But Mr. Psycho only has 2 children, so if she says she has a sister, there are 3 options. She's speaking figuratively, she's actually become delusional, or Mr. Psycho has an illegitimate child. At this point, the secretary decided she'd said too much, and stopped talking. I had a feeling I was starting to tread on dangerous ground, so I chose not to pry any further. Even though I wound up with more questions than answers, at least now I know why he was so angry. Losing his daughter, along with more than a decade of money, planning, effort, must be an incredibly painful experience. But after hearing all this, it'll be hard for me to look at him the same way I used to. He told me that he built Academy High to give his daughter the perfect, ideal high school life. But now I think that was just a cover story. I think he built Academy High and made his daughter the student council president to put her through the experience of being in charge of an organization. The school wasn't a gift from a father to a daughter. It was just another component of her lifelong training, another step in the process of turning her into the perfect CEO. A training simulation. And now he's going to put his son through an accelerated version of that process. Poor boy. It doesn't surprise me at all that she defied her father and ran away from all that. But in the end, it wasn't pressure or stress that made her reject her father's wishes. It was this weird notion that she has a sister. Maybe maybe all the stress drove her crazy. The weirdest thing of all is that when I imagine Mr. Psycho with another daughter, I have a mental image of what she would look like, but I get a headache if I picture her in my mind for too long. Man, it really creeps me out. If Academy High was built solely for one girl, and that girl has graduated, what happens next? I was afraid the school was going to be shut down, but apparently Mr. Psycho just wants me to continue business as usual. A lot of the students who graduate from this school get offers from Psycho Corp almost immediately after graduation. So I guess this place really did turn out to be a training ground for future Psycho employees after all. I don't feel angry or sad, just disenchanted. Well, it's an easy job, and I can't argue with the pay, so I guess I'll just stay on my current course for now. Man, even though I know that nobody is going to listen to this tape, I feel way better after recording my thoughts. I guess Mr. Psycho's gift was good for something after all. Thanks for hearing me out, Mr. Tape Recorder. With that said, I hope I don't have to use you again anytime soon.
Wow. Well, you know, something's going on. You wouldn't just hand the guy a tape recorder and just say, let your feelings out, use this tape recorder. He wanted some info. He wanted to keep dibs on him, like keeping track of what's going on and what his thoughts are, and kind of like a spy. You know, he's spying on him to make sure he's not going to be betrayed and other stuff. But yeah. So there's some weird stuff going on, definitely. But let's go and let's get to Headmaster Tape 6.
I saw her. That woman. I saw her again. The one who's responsible for everything. Perhaps I'll start at the beginning. Every week, I travel to Psycho Corporate headquarters to have a meeting with Mr. Psycho about Academy. This time, I arrived a few minutes earlier than expected. I asked the secretary if it would be all right to begin the meeting early, but she refused. She told me that Mr. Psycho had another appointment right before mine, and that I'd have to wait my turn before I could see him. I took a seat and began to wait. That's when she walked into the room. It's been 10 years, but not a single day has gone by that I haven't thought about her. The one who ruined everything for me. I recognized her immediately. She had aged, but I could still tell it was her. She glanced in my direction for a moment, and our eyes met. She smirked, but said nothing to me. She walked straight through the waiting room and directly into Mr. Psycho's office, without even speaking a single word to the secretary. At first, I was speechless. Then I jumped out of my seat and asked the secretary to identify that woman. The secretary was silent for a few moments, and then gave me some generic platitude about how the details of Mr. Psycho's appointments must be kept strictly confidential. That didn't stop me from asking everything that came to mind. How long had that woman been coming here? How often? What business did she have here? But the secretary was like a stone wall that refused to budge. I couldn't just leave it at that. I left the waiting room and asked the nearest employees if they could help me. When they saw how distraught I was, they were eager to help, but when I asked them if they had seen that woman who just walked by, their attitudes changed in a heartbeat. They slowly turned away from me and returned to their work in silence. They ignored me, as if I wasn't even there. I haven't been treated like that since I was a schoolboy. I returned to the waiting room and paced back and forth anxiously, waiting for that woman to exit Mr. Psycho's office. I'd spent years fantasizing about an encounter like this one. I had rehearsed every single word I would say to her if I had an opportunity to speak with her again. I was fully prepared to tell her exactly how I felt about her actions 10 years ago. Then I heard the secretary's voice. Mr. Psycho will see you now. I was baffled. That woman was still in the office, wasn't she? Why would the secretary send me in there? I was confused, but eager to see that woman again. I approached the door to Mr. Psycho's office. I remember that my hand was actually trembling as I gripped the handle. I took a deep breath and opened the door to his office, expecting to see her standing there, but she wasn't. The only people in that room were Mr. Psycho and his son. I entered the office and looked around in confusion, wondering where that woman could have been hiding, but she was nowhere to be seen. Mr. Psycho asked me what was troubling me, and I told him exactly what was on my mind. That woman, the one who walked into your office a few minutes ago, where is she? When did she leave? But Mr. Psycho didn't reply. He only smirked, as if he was amused by the situation, and asked me to take a seat. He tried to talk about academy, like usual, but I wasn't having any of it. I didn't want to let go of the subject, and I kept asking about that woman. Mr. Psycho's amusement quickly turned to irritation, and he firmly asked me to keep our conversation to the matter of academy. Mr. Psycho can be quite imposing, even while remaining civil, and from that moment onward, I was too scared to pursue the matter further. I dropped it, and we proceeded to have a standard meeting. As ever, Mr. Psycho's son stood behind his father in silence. Mr. Psycho had never told me the exact reason why he keeps his son at his side during business meetings. It's most likely that it's a form of training, exposing him to the type of interactions he'll be having on a daily basis once he inherits his father's empire. As the years passed, I've watched Mr. Psycho's son grow from a young boy into a young man, but I can count on one hand the number of times I've heard him speak. The meeting adjourned. I made one last attempt to bring up the subject of that woman, but Mr. Psycho interrupted me and bid me farewell. I knew that I wouldn't be able to get anything out of him, so I simply left. I questioned the secretary again, but nothing. I got nothing. I attempted to talk to the nearest employees, but they politely excused themselves. It was as if that woman was a taboo subject that no one was allowed to speak of, or that she was a mere hallucination, something I dreamt up. No, I didn't just imagine her. I saw her. I didn't catch her out of the corner of my eye. I didn't glimpse her for only a moment. We looked directly at each other, but what business would that woman have with Mr. Psycho? What could he possibly want from her? Why didn't the secretary acknowledge her when she walked in, and how did she leave his office? There was only one way to leave that room, and I was standing right in front of it. It doesn't make any sense. I won't give up here. I'm going to dig for answers until I'm forced to stop. I don't know how much I'll be able to learn, but it can't end here. It can't.
Okay. So I forgot to mute the mic, I think, on the last one. So if you heard me going out the door and to go bring a soda, because I recently listened to that part of the tape, so I just went to fetch a soda. But also, yeah, the whole thing on this, oh my gosh, it's just so deep. So, oh my gosh, there's a lot of messed up people at that school. Like, most of them are not sane. Like, there seems to be something wrong with the majority. Like, even look at the name of Mr. Psycho. I mean, the name Psycho, even though it's using a different spelling, it still kind of blends in with the kind of guy he is. But anyways, let's get the last Headmaster tape here. And here we go.
Out of all the different ways it could have turned out, I never imagined it like this. A few days ago, I received an email with screenshots of certain directories on my personal computer. I don't know how anyone could have managed to accomplish something like that, but I can only assume that this person must have been some kind of top-class computer hacker. They threaten to expose what I've been doing unless I meet their demands. Being discovered and blackmailed has been my worst fear for over a decade now, but this person, whoever they are, isn't asking for money. Instead, they want complete ownership of a single room at Academy High. They intend to occupy this room for a full semester, and they have made it very clear that they are not to be disturbed for any reason. I have no clue what they intend to do in this room, but I'm not really in a position to decline. All things considered, this situation isn't as bad as it could have been. They could have demanded an absurd sum of money, and instead, all they want is a room. Their request seemed harmless enough, and there was a suitable room available, so I decided to comply with their demands. Well, it's not like I really have a choice in the first place. They also asked me to make sure that the room has certain equipment inside of it before they arrived. Computer monitors and hard drives. We already had a surplus of supplies like that, so it wasn't a problem. The tricky part was convincing the rest of the faculty not to enter a specific room for any reason, and not to question it either. I spent a long time mulling it over and eventually came up with a cover story that seemed convincing enough to believe. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little proud of it. I told the faculty that a special needs student with extreme agoraphobia wishes to attend Academy High. Because of their intense social anxiety, they will remain secluded in one of the school's rooms, and are not to be disturbed, because it would trigger a panic attack. Teachers will record their lectures when class is in session, and email these recordings, along with class assignments, to the reclusive student, once per day. I will personally handle anything else the student requires, such as meals at lunchtime. Some of the teachers thought my story sounded a little sketchy, and wanted to hear details. Their questions were harmless, but I was sweating bullets, and I felt like I was being interrogated by the police. Eventually, I convinced them to believe the cover story, and the meeting ended with the faculty praising me for being so accommodating to a mentally handicapped adolescent. I felt a little guilty for deceiving them, but it's far from the worst thing I've done. The only thing that matters is the end result. We now have a room which is off limits to student and faculty alike. The hacker never told me their name, age, even their gender. It's frustrating. If I'm going to be put through such a harrowing experience, I at least want to know who's behind it. I set up a hidden camera outside of the room that has been set aside for the hacker. When I got into work this morning, I checked the recording, only to find that it had been replaced with a graphic of a black silhouette wearing a red wig, along with the words, "Don't try this again." The message has been received, loud and clear. I asked the hacker if they needed anything else from me. Daily meals or anything of the sort. They told me not to worry about them, and to simply go about my business as usual. They explicitly told me to pretend they don't exist. It's going to be nearly impossible for me to put them out of my mind when they could end my career with a single click. It feels like there's a slimy creature crawling underneath my clothing, and I simply have to grit my teeth and live with it. Then again, I don't really have any right to complain. Perhaps this is simply karmic retribution for my actions. It's very fortunate that these little therapy sessions were confined to cassette tapes. If I had been making digital recordings instead, the hacker would have a lot of very dangerous information right now. With that said, I no longer feel comfortable keeping these tapes around. They're too much of a liability. I should dispose of them, but it would be such a shame. 30 years of my innermost thoughts just tossed away like trash. It would feel like I'm wiping someone's memory. What was the point of recording anything at all if I was just going to destroy it one day? There was never anyone in my life who I felt comfortable expressing my anxieties to. This tape recorder has been like a close friend who I could trust with my deepest secrets. I know I have to dispose of these tapes, but maybe I'll keep them for a few days. Listen to them one last time. Try to figure out where it all went wrong. Then dispose of them when I've said my goodbyes. But there is one tape that I'm already prepared to part ways with. The tape I made after Mr. Psycho's recent, demands. It's far, far too risky for a recording like that to exist. That one must be destroyed immediately.
Wow. So yeah, as you can tell, it's been what 30 years from the first to the 10th tape. So he's gotten older. You can hear him as he's aged, and he's doing something really suspicious that can get him in trouble. So it's definitely something really illegal on that computer that he's doing, and so yeah, and it seems really serious. If it could end him and his career, is something that, So, anyways, that was all the Headmaster tapes. What we have now are the mysterious tapes. We've listened to everything else. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
Looks like it still works. As long as it's recording, I suppose I might as well say something. How long has it been since I last used this thing? It's been at least 2 decades. Almost 3. Those were better times. I was so young back then. My future seemed so bright. I remember following my dreams. I remember a promising career. I remember being happy. If I could turn back time, what would I do differently? I know exactly what I should have done. I shouldn't have gotten involved with that case. With that girl. Pursuing her was the right thing to do. But if I hadn't involved myself with her, I'd still have a career. When did it begin? I think it was April of 1989. The peak of my career as an investigative journalist. That's when I heard about a murder at the local high school. The police had no leads. decided to investigate it myself. I tried to be a hero, and that was the worst mistake of my life.
And here it is, the moment you guys been waiting for. What is going on, and what mistake is he making? Or did he make? Let's find out.
The school's faculty didn't let me conduct an investigation on school grounds. They were highly concerned with maintaining their prestigious reputation. They didn't want any police or journalists snooping around and ruining the school's image any more than the murder already had. Or maybe they just had something to hide and didn't want the authorities to find out. To this day, I still don't know how the school managed to convince the police that any crime that takes place on school grounds can only be investigated for 6 hours maximum. I heard a rumor that the school's headmaster bribes the police department to expedite their investigations as much as possible. There were a lot of unsavory rumors about the school's headmaster, but none of them proven to be true. Because I couldn't work around the school, I used to gather information by interviewing students outside of the school gate when they entered or left the school. It was at this point in time that I noticed a peculiar girl who was quite obviously stalking one of her seniors. I decided to keep my eye on her, and before long, I began to observe some disturbing behavior from her.
So, who do you guys think this person is? Here we go.
From the school gate, I witnessed the girl do more than just stalk an upperclassman. She stalked any girl who spoke to him. Through student interviews, I kept tabs on what happened to those girls. They became the victims of bullying, were expelled, and in some cases, stopped coming to school. I frequently saw the girl running with a mop and a bucket, as though she always had some sort of mess to clean up. That girl was using manipulation, intimidation, and sometimes even violence to sabotage the boy's love life. If she wasn't above that kind of behavior, the possibility of murder didn't seem too far off. I didn't want to believe that a schoolgirl would actually commit murder just to keep a boy single, but the evidence was staring me straight in the face. That's when I learned a crucial piece of information. The girl who was murdered at the beginning of the school year had a crush on the same boy that was being stalked. The final piece of the puzzle had fallen into place. I knew that I had found the culprit. I went to the police with my findings. Took a lot of talking, but I was eventually able to convince them to take the girl into custody.
So that sounds a lot like Ayano-chan there. Unless they're talking about her parents knowing how old these tapes might actually be. They're mysterious tapes. That's why they're called mysterious. But it really does sound a lot like Ayano-chan, because you do go around with the mop and bucket and stuff like that to clean up the blood spills and all. But let's continue. Let's continue listening to the tapes.
The idea of a murderous schoolgirl was scandalous enough to attract lots of attention. Word of her arrest quickly spread across the entire nation. The trial turned into a media circus. I became a celebrity practically overnight. I didn't want to be a public figure, but I did want my investigative skill to be recognized. I hoped that all the attention would boost my career. As it turns out, I was dead wrong. That manipulative little schoolgirl put on the best act I've ever seen. She cried non-stop, feigned ignorance at every opportunity, and had an excuse for every accusation leveled at her. The court fell in love with her. The media fell in love with her. The entire damn nation fell in love with her. She called me a dirty pervert who enjoyed leering at schoolgirls. She called me a fame-seeking yellow journalist. She claimed that I only accused her of murder for sensational headlines. The court bought every word of it. The day the judge declared her innocent, the entire country celebrated like it was a damn holiday.
Okay, so there's something that is different. Is Ayano's really not loved by many. She's usually how do I say, she's kept to herself a lot, so I don't know how she would even do on trial. So it's either Ayano-chan or her mom, but we don't know how long these tapes date back. So, but let's just keep finding out. Let's go for more info here.
From that day forward, I was a national disgrace. I was known across the country as a lecherous journalist who stalked schoolgirls and tried to throw a girl in prison to boost his own career. I saw disgust in the eyes of every person who looked at me. My house and my car were vandalized every day for weeks. Needless to say, I was never able to work as a journalist again. The police department that arrested the girl was also the subject of national criticism. They were accused of being incompetent fools who would arrest anyone without sufficient evidence. Ever since then, the police in that town have been extremely lenient in an attempt to repair their reputation, and don't want to go anywhere near the local high school except for extremely brief periods of time. But the worst part of the entire experience didn't come from the media or the public. Immediately after the trial, I tried to escape the press by hiding in an alley behind the courthouse. Only one person found me there. It wasn't a journalist or a reporter. It was the girl that had just been declared innocent. I'll never forget her face that day. She was smiling, but her eyes were blank, empty, soulless, like a doll's eyes. She looked like she didn't have a single ounce of humanity in her entire body. With that smiling face, she said to me, "It would be very easy to make your death look like a suicide. Don't ever cross me again." She turned around and left without another word.
Okay, so I remember before someone said they believed it was Info-chan, but the guy said she wasn't a journalist or a reporter. Info-chan is similar to that, and because she's Info-chan, so it most likely could be Ayano-chan. Ayano-chan is really smart. So it could there's three options, but still, I'm thinking, because the way it was worded, if he would have said she looked like she could have been a school reporter of some kind, or the news part of some kind of newspaper club or whatever, that there would have been direction saying that it might have been Info-chan, but it only shows you needing the bucket, and Info-chan really doesn't leave that room. So we know that Ayano-chan is someone to make threats. So let's just keep listening to the tapes.
My life was a living hell for about a year while the trial was still fresh in people's minds. Eventually, the hatred subsided, but it never truly died. There was always someone who recognized me, no matter how much I tried to change my appearance. Finding employment was nearly impossible. I drifted between part-time jobs and spent my free time drinking to ease the pain of becoming the national punching bag. It was around this point in time that I met my future wife. I still don't understand what she saw in me. I was an absolute wreck, not to mention the laughingstock of the entire country. But as soon as we met, she wanted to spend every waking moment with me. She wouldn't let me out of her sight and got possessive if another woman so much as looked at me. I quickly came to depend on her for everything. It wasn't long before I couldn't live without her. I certainly wasn't in any state to take care of myself. I was like an adult-sized baby, helpless and vulnerable. Who knows? Maybe that's what she was attracted to. Maybe she just wanted to experience the sensation of owning a person. Maybe she wanted to keep a human pet. Maybe all she wanted was someone who she could emotionally depend on. Even after all these years, I don't understand why anyone would waste their time with a man like me. But none of that mattered. Despite all my flaws, she accepted me. And that's all I needed. We got married about 6 months after meeting each other.
So basically, she's into adult-sized babies? Okay, so is every girl in this a flippin' Yandere? Like, they're all Yanderes in a way? Like, even this, it sounds like this girl's also a Yandere. She's possessive, and it's just, now it's, oh my gosh. The game should have just been called Yandere World. Next tape.
My wife died while giving birth to our only child. I still don't know how I possibly found the strength to keep going after I lost her. I was completely dependent on her for absolutely everything. I could barely take care of myself, much less a baby. Somehow, I managed to make it through those years. But even after all this time, I'm still a deadbeat drunk who can't hold down a job. It was very difficult to love my own infant daughter, knowing that my wife was dead because of her. I'm pretty sure I was a horrible father. She practically had to raise herself. And I never tried to spend much time with her or learn about her interests. Even now, I don't think I know very much about her. I don't even know what kind of person she's turned into. I don't even know what her everyday life is like. I know that she spends all of her time on her computer. She bought it herself. She seems to have a lot of money for someone her age. I'm afraid to ask where it comes from. Sometimes she comes home with blood on her clothing. I can't tell if it's her blood or someone else's blood. I try to stay out of her business. It's partially out of respect for her privacy, but it's mostly out of fear.
Whoa, okay. So, we're getting closer. Oh my gosh. Finding out something insane that's actually going on here. Mysterious Tape 8. We're almost done, guys.
I've never told anyone about any of this. Never saw a shrink, never had any friends to confide in. I thought that it would be therapeutic to record my feelings, even if I'm only talking to an obsolete machine. But this hasn't calmed me down at all. The only thing to come out of this experience is that all of the anger and hate I've kept buried for the past 2 decades has risen back to the surface. I don't think I can go back to the way things were before. I don't think I can go back to wasting my time with crappy part-time jobs, drinking, and sitting on a couch feeling miserable. I don't want this to be my life. But I can't let myself die just yet either. Not until I see justice served. That girl from 1989. She's a grown woman by now, but she's never been punished for the sins of her youth. I can't go on living in a world where a monster like her walks around in public. I'm the only one who knows the truth about her, so I'm the only one who can bring her to justice. I still know how to track a person down. I still know how to learn a person's secrets. I still know how to dig up the truth. For the first time in decades, I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like I know what to do with my life. I'm going to deliver justice to that murderer. I'm going to die trying. This old antique was good for something after all.
Okay. So, the girl's younger than me. 1989. What year is this based on currently? So, because if Ayano-chan is 18, then that doesn't make sense unless this is based on something somewhere before 2010. You know, what, maybe 2008 or something. But, yeah, 2008 or somewhere around there. But, yeah, who knows? But anyways, so if it's based on that, then it could be. But if this is based on like 2013 or even after, or 2010 or after, then it can't be her, because the girl was born in 1989. But it could very well be that this is because the game was worked on years ago, and so the set story might have actually been based way before 2013. Then maybe, I don't know. There might have already been a script that the dev had planned for many years before, but well, not many years before. I mean, years before. But like, so basically, what I'm thinking is, if it's Ayano-chan, then this is based way before present time. But if it's not, then it's not Ayano-chan. If it's based on current present time. But seeing that this game was worked on years ago, it already had the story in motion, so it might be based on a time before now. So it could still very well be Ayano-chan. Because the story might have been actually planned way before the game was worked on, and the dev might have been using that time. So that's one thing we do have to eventually figure out, you know. But, you know, all you have to do is probably look it up and figure out what time it's all based on. Maybe you'll get your answer. If it adds up to 18 years, then it's Ayano-chan. But let's go ahead and get Mysterious Tape 9 going.
I found her. It wasn't hard. She never even moved out of her hometown. I've been following her around town for the past week. It's not that hard to follow someone without being spotted if you know the right tricks. The only difficult part is looking at her without being consumed with disgust. Thinking about what she got away with. Thinking about what she's responsible for. It almost makes me go blind with rage. This whole week, I felt like something was wrong. Yesterday, I realized what it was. I'm surprised it took me so long to figure it out. She suddenly changed directions while walking, or linger in one place for seemingly no reason. I recognize that behavior. It's my own behavior. I know what she's doing. She's stalking someone. It didn't take me long to figure out who her prey was. A young woman just out of high school. I don't know what she's done wrong, but she's clearly marked for death. She'll be dead within a week if I don't do something. I want to warn her that a killer is stalking her, but I can't repeat the mistakes of the past. In order to convict this monster and send her to prison, I need firm evidence that she's a murderer. If I save this young woman's life, I won't have any evidence. I have to let her die. And I have to be there when it happens, filming her murder. It's the only way to get the evidence I need. The only way to make sure that justice is served. But is this really justice? Letting a woman die? If I don't get this monster arrested, then there will only be more victims in the future. So letting her commit murder one last time is the right thing to do. Isn't it?
Okay, this guy is really, really messed up. It's the right thing to do. Oh my gosh. Well, he went about things really wrong. He should have if he would have actually gathered evidence needed, um, then he could have already had her thrown, thrown away, had her arrested. And, but he screwed up. He didn't present any evidence, and now the guy's turning crazy. Okay, now a girl just out of high school, that can't be, because Osana is still in school along with Diano-chan. So there's something not right here. But it's okay. We're still figuring it out. We're still figuring it out. We're gonna get to the last tape. Here we go.
Fool, I'm a goddamned fool. I got sloppy. She caught me. I followed her into an alley, lost her in the shadows. Then I heard her voice from behind me. Long time no see, Mr. Journalist. I turned around and saw her just inches away from me. She was smiling. I recognized that smile. It was the exact same smile she wore when she threatened my life in 1989. I didn't know what to do. I just turned and ran. I've broken a truce that lasted almost 3 decades. She knows I was after her. There's no way she'll let me live. I'm doomed. I can't go to the police. I'll sound like a babbling lunatic without evidence, and right now I don't have any. Even if they do listen to me and investigate her, they won't find anything. My only option is to leave town. No. Oh no, it's worse than that. I have to leave Japan altogether. I searched for you, but I couldn't find you. I can't wait for you to come home. I have to leave immediately. I'm going to gather all of the recordings I've made so far and put them where I know you'll find them. That way, at least you'll know why your father disappeared so suddenly. I only hope that she doesn't try to get revenge on me by harming you. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be back. I don't know if she's willing to cross oceans to hunt her prey. If she is, I'll try to lure her into a trap, try to expose her true nature in front of the police. It's my only hope. I know you can take care of yourself. If I had more time, there's so many things I'd say to you, but I can't. Not now. Stay safe. I love you.
Okay, I figured it out. I know who it is. It's Ayano-chan's mom. It's definitely Ayano-chan's mom. Do you remember when the mom said she was gonna go? They were gonna take a trip to America, and the guy said something about overseas to find him. Well, that's exactly who he's talking about. He said it was so he got threatened back in 1989. So it's definitely not Ayano-chan, because that means for her to threaten him in 1989, that means she was not a baby. She wasn't just born. That means she was probably in high school at the time. And then years later, she found him once again, and now it looks like he's going to try to go into hiding. So on the other tape, if you remember, she's like, we need to take a trip to see an old friend. Like, no, that's definitely what's happening. Ayano-chan's mom is going after this guy from years ago, and he just basically he freaked out and went into hiding, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I know that's what's going on though, because if you listen to the part, it can't be Ayano-chan, and it's not Info-chan because they're both younger, but Ayano-chan's mom is a lot older. So, and her wanting to go overseas to see someone, it just, the puzzles fit together. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the tapes and having fun. yeah, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching. And I'm gonna be doing more episodes in the future. You know, I just wanted to do something special for you guys so that you guys could do something, you know, fun and enjoyable by listening to the tapes. And so I had to do that for you guys on this one. I know I did a stream about it before, but the stream was much longer, and everything was just so separated, you know, from the time when I gathered a certain tape. So I figured I'd get it all in one go for you guys and just listen to everything. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoy the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Yes, please subscribe. And remember, share this video with everyone that wants to hear the tapes. And just remember, I'll continue doing videos. So as long as you guys stay subscribed, I will continue making these videos. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.